dear students, myself Aarti Sharma, Associate Professor in Computer Science Department of Arya College of Engineering and IT. Today we are going to discuss about neural network and the application areas. It is a part of Unit 4 Learning in Artificial Intelligence. In this lecture, we are going to cover what is artificial neural network or ANN, the relation between biological neural network and artificial neural network, neurons, activation function, basic architecture of artificial neural network application areas, and advantages and disadvantages. So let's start with a neural network. Before going to come on the neural network, as we know that the term neural network is in fact a part of a biological term. So we refer the neural network as an artificial neural network. Basically, the artificial neural network is derived from biological neural network that develops the architecture of a human brain, similar to the human brain that has a neurons interconnected to one another. In the same way, artificial neural network has a number of neurons that are interconnected to one another in various layers of the network, and these neurons in artificial neural network are called as nodes. Uh, in the biological neural model, as we shown in the figure, it has four regions in its structure. It has four parts: dendrites, cell nucleus, axons, and synapse. Dent or the synapse are the which ends in as a presynaptic terminals. The cell body is the heart of the cells, which contain the nucleus and maintains the protein synthesis. Uh, a neuron may have many dendrites, which branches out as a tree-like structure and receives the signals from other neurons. So basically, the neural network architecture is inspired by the biological nervous system architecture, or you can say this is the basic model on which the artificial neural network is based on this network. It is composed of many processing elements operating in parallel, whose function is determined by the network structure, the connection strength, and the processing performed at each node to obtain a high computational results or computational rate. Basically, according to the biological neural network, in the artificial neural network, dendrites are in the same way, inputs are the dendrites in the artificial neural network. The node is the cell nucleus or the neural network neuron. This is the node of the artificial neural network. The weights are the synapse and the axons are the output. This is the diagram of a single neuron model perceptron, where we have number of inputs as dendrites, and weights are the synapse, and output is obtained as axon uh, in our artificial neural network. We can understand the artificial neural network with the help of an example, in a digital logic gate, which takes the input and gives us the output in the same way. Suppose OR gate takes two input, and if one or both the inputs are on, then it will generate output on, and if both the inputs are off, then we get a off as the output. Here the output depends upon the input, and our brain, but the brain does not work like this. The outputs to the inputs relationship keeps changing because of the neurons in our brain which help us to learn and predict the output according to the input every time. In the same way, we program the machine or a system which help us to process the elements and try to predict the correct outputs from its learning data which we feed in the system. So in this way we can able to understand the artificial neural network. Basically the uh, how we can create a relation between a biological neural network and artificial neural network. Like in a biological neural network we have dendrites, but in a artificial neural networks in the same way we have inputs. The cell nucleus in the biological neural network is the same as nodes in the artificial neural network. Synapse in the biological neural network are same as weights in artificial neural network. Axons in biological neural network is same as output in artificial neural network. So the first we should note that what is neurons. The neuron is the atomic unit of a neural network. Uh, Suppose we have given an input, it provides the output. That passes uh, and the output as an input to the subsequent layers. So the neuron can be thought of as a combination of two parts. The first part consists of the output of Z. This is the Z section. This is the summation of weight and X input with a B factor, uh, which uses the input and the weights to generate a summation of input and generate a output Z. The second part performs the activation on Z, or we can say that we will apply the activation function on Z and generate a final output as A of neuron, or you can say it as a we get a output as the axons in a biological neural network. In the artificial neural network we will get a as a final output of the neuron. The second basically the second part performs the apply the activation function on this Z factor or Z output and generate a final output. So these are the number of inputs, these are the nodes which are multiplied with the W of I weights and generate a summation of result Z, and that will be applied on that we will perform the activation function and generate a Y output in the same and get a final output. Then comes the neural network neurons. So basically we receives n number of inputs and multiply it with the weights and apply the activation function to the sum of the results. This is the summation of its input function. That means we are generating Z factor and apply the activation function to the sum of the results and generate a final output as A, and it takes the input and compute the weighted sums of the input and include the bias, that is B. As we have discussed that Z is having a B factor, this is called the bias. This computation is represented in the form of a transfer function, and it determines the weighted total passed as an input to an activation function and generate a final output. Then comes the activation function. So what is basically the activation function is, it refers to as a function used in a neural network to compute the weighted sum of input and bias, which is used to choose the neurons that can be fired or not. It means it has a threshold value E that has to be reached or exceed for the neuron to produce a signal. So the activation function is processed by the activation is processed by the activation function to produce a neuron's output. The function f is either non-linear to uh, em- emulate the property of the biological neurons to require a minimum activation above the threshold and before firing and to reach a certain level of saturation with increasing activation. It produces an output for the neural network which that includes the certain parameters in the data. Basically, there are some type of activation functions we are using in ANN. First is linear activation function and second is the non-linear activation function. The linear activation function is same as the equation of a straight line, that is y is equals to mx plus c. Its range is from minus infinity to plus infinity, and it can be used at only one place, that is the output. At the final output we will generate a linear e linear equation result with minus infinity to plus infinity range. The second is the non-linear activation function. There are two type of non-linear functions we can uh, get in the output. First is the sigmoid function. It is a function that is projected as a S-shaped graph like this. This is the equation formula for activate sigmoid function. This function is non-linear and the value of x lies from minus 1 to plus 1 factor. According to this graph, the value of x is directly proportional to the value of y, means if the x value is increasing, the y value will always increase. And second nonlinear function is tanh function. This is the activation function which is more efficient than the sigmoid function. It is also called the tangent hyperbolic function, and this is the formula for uh, tanh function. It is 2 times sigmoid function minus 1. It is also a nonlinear type, and its range lies from minus 1 to plus 1 and have the similar sort of graph as a result we can get when we have a 10 when we are getting a result as a tanh function. Now next is the basic architecture of an artificial neural network. It has three layers: input layer, hidden layer and the output layer. As according to the diagram we can see that there is one input layer, there may be one or many hidden layers in an artificial neural network, and we are getting a output as a last layer. uh, there may be single layer neural network or a multi-layered neural network. According to that, hidden layer numbers will be increasing or the very first thing is input layer. It accepts the input with several different formats and by the produced by the programmer. The hidden layer present in between the input and the output layer, and it perform all the calculations to find the hidden features and patterns in the data and transfer it to the output layer. The out and in the last layer, that is the output layer, the input goes through a series of transformations using the hidden layer, and which finally results in an output that is conveying conveyed by using the output layer to the programmer. Some application areas where we use the ANN or neural network is pattern recognition, mobile computing, investment analysis, textual analysis, or facial recognition, handwriting recognition, or market and financial analysis. Or we can use it in data classification also through the learning process. And there are many more areas where we are currently using artificial neural network. The basic advantage of neural network is we can perform the tasks that a linear program cannot do. A neural program learns and does not need to be reprogrammed again, as like our brain, when we use our brain, we learn the things and perform according to our previous experiences. In the same way, the neural program will learn from the data and does not need to be reprogrammed. When an element of a neural network fails, it can continue without any problem by their parallel, because of the parallel nature of the neural network. It can be implemented in any application, many of the in any of the application areas. It can be implemented without any problem. Some of the disadvantages we face in neural network is we need a training to operate it, requires a high processing time for large neural networks. It is hard to design a large neural network, and the architecture of neural network is difficult from the architecture of microprocessor, therefore needs to be emulated. I hope this lecture will be beneficial to understand what the neural network is and what are the application areas. Thank you.